I had a middle school math teacher that had a bunch of Escher prints in our classroom, and he would always sort of talk about them occasionally, and I would always see them, and so I always wondered from a very young age who that was. And when it came time to name the quartet, I thought this would be just a really wonderful name for a quartet. It has so many different applications and so many different ways that it can relate to what we do in a quartet.
It's a funny story about Escher. We were playing in Ottawa 5 years ago, and there's Mr. Escher came backstage, and he congratulated our quartet, and he said, you know, my name is George Escher. I said, ah, that's funny. It's like the name of our quartet. He said, actually, I'm the son of MC Escher. So he came the next day, and he gave us, to each member in the quartet, like a Escher print that I still have in my living room, like proudly.
Well, I'm only a cellist because my father is a cellist. This is actually not the cello I usually play on. My cello's resting back at home in New York, but that is a cello that belonged to him. Yeah, without my parents, I don't think I'd be where I am today.
You know, I started as a violinist, and my mother did not even want me to play viola. She thought, you know, she thought it was like a downgrade of some sort.
Violin is the thing that I love most intensely other than my family. First of all, I've been very lucky. I've had incredibly inspiring teachers, but I would say I'm most inspired now by my gorgeous children and my incredible wife.
I really enjoyed growing up watching the tennis player Pete Sampras. He was one of my idols at the time. What I liked about him is, you know, he had a flawless technique, and even though a lot of people would criticize him for being boring, he was getting the job done.
When you teach and the student you're teaching is able to do something that you asked or show you something that you didn't even realize was possible, that's very inspiring.
One of my biggest inspirations is the music that we're playing. Otherwise, why would we be doing this? That you can keep coming back to some of these pieces, and every time it's challenging and new and makes you really reach for something different. It's too big of a subject.
My parents, that is, are classical musicians. So from the youngest age, I had their idols, Heifetz and Stern and Rachmaninoff, and I had those musicians in my ear from a very young age, which the older I get, the more influential it becomes.
I like music as I age for maybe one reason. You know, life is getting so complex nowadays, you know, like with the new technology and also like the new advance in different fields. And what I like about music, you know, I can control. It's like a world that I can control.
It's one of the few things that actually feels like it adds more to your life. It doesn't just, like if you watch a TV show, I think that actually just sort of takes away your time, and it doesn't really add anything into your life. But music, I think, sort of gives you more layers.
Music is my life. Music is what I've been doing since I was 7 years old, and probably doing for the rest of it as well.